Well, hello, hello, hello. It's Tuesday night. It is time for my Facebook Live. It's actually Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. And I am so glad that you're here with me tonight. I'm going to give it just a second as people pop on, and I'm going to get it to where I can see what's going on and see your comments. So just give me one quick second. Make sure I'm on mute, because I don't want to miss your comments. Okay, I don't know about where you are tonight, but it's dark and rainy and a little bit chilly. I'm in Middle Georgia, and the last 2 days I actually wore shorts around the house, cut off blue jean shorts around the house. And today, it's a little bit chilly. In the 40s, I'm wearing long sleeve flannel, but it's a good day. I sat with my fireplace on for minutes, relaxed during my little lunch break, and I'm about to get started crafting, which is my favorite thing. Hi, Carrie from Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia. What's the weather like there, Carrie? I've never been to Australia, but I would love to go sometime. One of my favorite demonstrators, Kylie Bertucci, is there. I met her in Orlando a couple years ago. She's just an amazing, sweet lady. We should all keep her in our prayers, as she's, I think today was the funeral of her father. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using the butterfly bouquet. And for those who are already demonstrators, you know that we've been able to get our hands on. About a month ago, we were able to start pre-ordering. And today is the day that customers can pre-order. I thought I would just show you the really cute designs, the paper. And I'm going to show you a lot of what can be done with those. Beautiful papers, such beautiful colors. It definitely makes me think of spring. Look at those. There's 6 different pieces that are double-sided, so there's actually 12 different designs, and you get 8 of each one of those. And then there's also Cooler Than Yesterday. Oh, hey, Carol. So glad you're able to be here. So the weather's cooler there than yesterday. Yeah, that must be a thing, Carrie, that around the world it must have done that. It must have had a cooling trend today, because I know we did. Okay, so this is the Natural Touch specialty paper. I don't know if you can catch, there's like grooves in it that it makes it look like it actually is wood, like a wood grain. And you can see the grain on the other side as well. It's really cool. So anyway, one thing I did want to tell you about before I get started with my crafting and before I show you the stamp set, because I'm going to use that. I'm rolling out my Playing with Patterns card class for those who are in the U.S. And it's really colorful, and I'm using the Happy Thoughts stamp set with it. But I'm using the Dandy Gardens laser cut paper that goes along with the Playing with Patterns paper. So they're really pretty. You have one more week if you want to be a part of that class. It's $20 for the basic class. Anyway, just go ahead and put that to the side. And on Friday, I'll go live on my YouTube at 12 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this down, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. I think I figured out a new little dealie that I can turn on this little thing, and you can see my face at the same time. And just watch my hands, but I can feel like I'm looking at you and you can look at me at the same time. Okay, so this is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave this in here because it is a very, okay, that confuses me, because then I'm like looking here and looking here. Okay, whew. Just stay with me, folks. Okay, this is the stamp set, and it is really a large stamp set, but it stamps individual pieces. It doesn't actually, I think it's the, is it the Beauty of Bounds that has the dies, that has the butterflies, I think it is, and it's like one big butterfly that you cut apart. Well, the way this works, it stamps 6 different butterflies, and then the dies cut each one out individually. And so let me just show you this paper really quickly, and I'm going to do this while we're on here. But this particular paper, the dies actually fit it perfectly. So it will cut out 6 different of the butterflies. Let me show you really quickly one of the things that I've already done, and I'll be using some of it tonight. Here it is. I got too many things on my desktop here. Okay, so I went ahead and I created these earlier today. I stamped them with Memento black ink, and while it was still on here, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do that, but I colored these with my stamping blends. And so that's the first thing I'm actually going to do. I'm going to use this one with one of the cards I've already figured out that I'm going to do. But I'm going to show you how I went about coloring these. You can see how it has gradients of color. And they are just so pretty. So I'm going to use some of those. But let me put those to the side. Okay. So one of the other things I wanted to show you about the dies were these little dies that I feel like I'm all over the place. Please forgive my little ADHD brain. But these little dies right here create texture like this one. It looks like I drew lines on it, but it doesn't feel that way. It actually puts grooves and cuts. And then this is like, almost like, I don't know, it's little holes in it, as you can see. Let's see if I can show you on a color. So you can see through it. And if you do that all over your cardstock, it makes a really nice effect. Then it has the bricks, which is like this. The bricks are pretty small, and you could take those bricks out and you could glue them onto something if you wanted to. I'm actually going to use the bricks as a masking tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of sponging over those bricks, okay? I just wanted to show that to you, though. All right, so let's go ahead and get our Memento black ink out. And I am going to put my stamp case right up under here because that will help me go ahead and ink this up. Okay. Is everybody doing okay tonight? It's been a good day here. Just been busy. Did a team video earlier today. I do my what I call Tackle It Tuesday on Tuesdays with my team and just kind of update them and do little things. Now, this stamp will actually fit on the largest stamp that we have, but my hands, my 61-year-old hands don't necessarily want to grip and hold that like that too much. Okay, see, and I have taken the other pad out from under here, and you can tell it's not a matter that it didn't ink. The ink is on there, so I'm just going to go ahead and just hit that in there a little bit more. But I choose to use the Stamparatus because, see, it's perfect. I'm going to do a little bit more. It needs just a little bit more coverage in there, but this way, since it didn't come out the first time, then I can just go over it again, and I don't have to worry about slipping. Thankfully, these things are super, super strong, and I missed a little bit right there, so I'm just going to do that real quick. Hey, Kathy. Perfect. Okay, that's really good. All righty. Okay, I'm going to tell you what, these things, as you can tell, it's supposed to be 2 magnets. These 2 slammed together with that one, and it broke it in half. So they are pretty powerful. All right, and the other thing I was going to show you too, I haven't had time to do it. This goes in between those stamps. Don't throw those away. I saw Kylie and Bruno do this, Kylie Bertucci. She used these as like giraffe spots, and it was perfect. I'm going to do that yet. So I just didn't have time to do that today. Let me get my glasses on. I don't know why I don't put my glasses on right away so I can see. All right, so I'm going to use, I think this one. And I am going to start with, I've got, the way I'm going to do this and the way I store my blends is I do them color families. So these are light to dark, but they're all kind of in the same family. This is Pool Party, Bermuda Bay, I think. Yeah, and Pretty Peacock. So I'm going to start with the darkest color right here in the center, like this. Just coming out there. And don't worry, I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do this one. because when I show you how I did this one, you'll be able to see and do other ones and know how I did the other ones. Now I do want to go along in these darker spots right in here. Like this. Because I don't want them to just be black. I should have brought my black, basic black stamping blend as well, because I can do that center there, but I forgot to. I think I do have my smoky slate though. I'm not actually going to cut this one out because I already have one that I've done. So then I go with the next lighter one, which is, that was the dark Pretty Peacock. This is the light one. So then I'm just going to come along in here, just blend it out just a little bit, ever so lightly. And it doesn't have to be perfect with it. I'm creating basically an ombre effect. I do kind of want to get all of that little circular place right there. Okay, then I'm going to go with my dark Bermuda Bay, and I'm just going to pull back out from that piece, kind of go into it just a little bit, like that, just to kind of blend the colors a bit. I was really happy with the way the coloring turned out with these blends. And I love doing this kind of ombre effect where it, oh, it is blurry. I am so sorry. You know what? My computer, I thought my husband had fixed it to where it wouldn't do this. Is it still doing it? Hopefully it's not. Did that fix it? I hope so. I'll try to make it quick though, just in case it does it again. My husband is out of town right now, and he looked at it before he left, because I did a whole video and it was out of focus off and on throughout the whole video. And this happened on my live on Friday too with YouTube. So I don't know what's going on. And he's not going to be here for a month. So that's not cool. Alrighty. Now those colors may be a little bit more dark than to really, then it will really show it. I don't know. Thank you for telling me that though, Debbie. I appreciate it. Hopefully it'll stay in focus this time. But anyway, hopefully the colors will not be too dark with itself, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about with the ombre. I don't think I brought my color lifter. That's another thing that will really help. When you use your color lifter, you can actually use it and kind of brush, and it will lift some of that color out. Let me grab my, this is the smoky slate. I'm just going to go along in here just to color that a little bit. You can kind of see the idea though, that if you use the darker colors, you're going to want to start in the center. I think I did it darker than this one even, but you're going to want to start with your darker colors in the center, and as they are like in families, then just go out to where you have the lighter and lighter and lighter colors. See what I'm saying? This is, I think, Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight, and Balmy Blue. This is Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, and Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, Daffodil Delight, and So Saffron, Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, and Pumpkin Pie. So you can see how you can kind of do those colors. Blackberry Bliss, Highland Heather, and Purple Posy for that one. Okay, so that's how I did that, and that's all I'm going to do of that to show you, because I don't want to take up my time, all of your time, to just do all of those and then cut them out when I've already done some. This is an example of stamping it onto colored paper, okay? And I've already kind of created my card of what I'm going to do with it. I've already even played with this with color. And so basically, I'm going to show you with this small one what I did. And so I'm going to use my smoky slate, and I'm going to go in the center areas, the body of the little guy, any of the little darker areas here and there where it's got shading. And it did it again, didn't it? Let me see if I can fix it again. I don't know what's happening with this. Let me get this out of the way. I thought the other day it was because I had gilded leafing on my desktop, and I thought maybe the gold was picking up the light from it. I'm not really sure what's happening, and I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to be quick though. Okay, so use smoky slate on the center of that, and then I took my chalk pen and just kind of went here and there and just added some lighter color in with it, just here and there. And surprisingly, it really picked up some highlights in it. Made it look really cute. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this by putting some dimensionals on it. I figured that you would kind of get the idea from this if I had it already mostly made, and then I could just kind of show you what I was doing with it. Okay. And then I have, let's see, what did I do with them? I have, oh, these little things. The matte black dots. I thought these would look really nice on here. Just put them right there in the center of his body. I think maybe I'll do like 3 of them on the big guy. Nope, it didn't stick, did it? There we go. These black dots are so pretty. I'm glad to see that they're in stock again. Okay, and I'll just put just 2 of the small ones on the little guy. Okay, so in Georgia, we have a lot of humidity. And when we get a lot of humidity, for some reason, I chase these things all over the place. And that's the kind of thing that I edit out of my YouTube videos. But I can't edit out when it's live, right? Okay, isn't that cute? So this shows you how you can stamp this on colored paper and get a really nice effect doing that, okay? So my next project is going to be, this is the one where I'm actually going to do a little bit of, this is the brick that I cut out using the brick die. And I'm going to do a little bit of sponging. So this is Sahara sand. And I'm going to do a Sahara sand card base with a Sahara sand top. I'm going to put it on top of the basic black. And then I am going to use Sahara sand ink. Thank you, Carol. And then just use my little template and just kind of just put some brick marks on my paper. And you're going to be surprised how much texture and how much it adds to it. I saw somebody do this and I thought, oh, that's such a great idea. Here, I'm going to flip it over because I got it in a place that I didn't mean to get it. So here we go. I can't imagine putting those little bricks all over the place, like gluing them all over the place, because having trouble keeping it still because they're tiny. But I thought it would look good just sponging some bricks on there. And they may be a little too dark. I don't know. I think it'll be pretty though. Let me put some more. as always, I haven't made this ahead of time, so hopefully what I have in my head comes out on paper. Okay, so I'm going to glue this onto my piece of, almost did it the wrong way, basic black. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to put it onto the front of my Sahara Sand card base. I wonder, it's not doing it anymore with the out of focus thing, so maybe it's not going to do it anymore. I had that plastic bag on here, and maybe the light was catching it, so fingers crossed that that is going to fix the problem. Okay, I'm going to use my black memento, and I am in need of thank you cards right now to send to all my people, all my customers for this past month, so don't mind me as I just sit here making all my thank you cards, or some of them anyway. All right, so I'm just going to put thank you there. Where's the lid? I don't want to get ink everywhere. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue back here. Put this right on here. We will pop that up. Okay. Alrighty. Then we're just going to stick this right in the center. I think maybe I should have put some bricks right there. Maybe I'll put it down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to use this pretty guy right here in the center. And I will be done with my card at that point. I do like to kind of pull the wings together, just so it kind of looks like it's in flight. But look how pretty that is and how simple. I think I need to move it over just a little bit. Yeah. Now I probably, you know what? I think I will put some, hey KK. Let me go just use my scissors because I can tell you right now, as humid as it is, I'm going to chase it all over. So I'm just going to do that. That. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? It's so simple. I think maybe, hold on, did I still have my, hopefully I won't mess it up, but I'm going to add a little bit right here. It's just bothering me that it's a blank corner up there. Perfect. Okay. I really like that. Okay, so that's our second one. Alrighty. So this one, I wrote notes for myself because I wanted to make sure that I did what I had in my mind whenever I started working on it earlier today. And I am going to bring in my little trimmer. And I've already cut out, because part of those dies are not just the kind that you cut out like this. Part of them are like this, that actually will cut out the texture and stuff. So, and I've already done that. I did this one in basic black, and this is actually, I wanted to show you, this is designer series paper. And look at all the pretty textures in it. That's the other side of it. So I just thought that was really nice how you could do that. Okay, this is that paper, the, something grain or something specialty paper. What's it called? Natural Touch. I was completely wrong about that. That's the Natural Touch specialty paper. So let's go ahead and start putting this somewhat together. This is just jade. I'm going to set that to the side. Okay. I think before I glue that down, though, I am going to do a little bit of work with this paper. In my head, I could see myself doing strips of it. And I thought maybe on a diagonal, maybe. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut a strip like that. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see. And I'm going to cut a strip about, let's see, maybe 3/4 of an inch wide, like that. Because I want it to look like it's flying. I am going to have to get my larger trimmer though. And my newer trimmer is on the other side of the room. So here, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I had in mind to begin with, was just putting it corner to corner in that track and cutting it like that. This is my old trimmer, and it's not quite as sharp as my other one, but it's the only one on this side of the room. So again, I'm going to put it at 3/4 of an inch. And then I think I'll do another at 3/4. Although there's not much of the butterflies on that. So let's try this again. Right about here. Again, this is all in my head. I haven't actually made it yet, so hopefully it translates. Get that out of the way. So what I had in mind was that it would appear as if they were like floating across the page in strips. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Who knows? I want some of that on there for sure. So, okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just put some glue across here. I should have brought in my silicone mat for this. Okay, so far so good. I'm not getting it everywhere. I may have to do a little bit more. Like right there. This is kind of like doing that strip thing, the scrappy strip thing, but I'm not doing it all the way across. I'm just doing a few strips here and there. I just wanted to get the effect of the color, but I wanted this paper to show because the paper is so pretty. All right, I'm going to pick it up so I don't get it everywhere. Okay. All right, I'm going to set it aside just for a second and let that dry. Then I'm going to take my glue dot. Let's see, where does it start? Right here. And just put a glue dot behind it on the body. I'm going to attach them onto this little fella. These things are so pretty. Okay. And what else did I have that I was going to do? Okay, so I think I was going to just do thanks. I think I might do it like thanks, thanks, thanks. Again, I haven't made this yet. So if it doesn't come out like I had it in my head, I'll fix it. Okay. Let's see, trim it right here. I'm so happy with this little thing. I wish that this would be in the annual catalog. The little mini trimmer, because I think it would be a really good seller. I wish I had two, to be honest with you, because I would keep one on. If you can imagine, my studio is in my sunroom, and I have one side of the room is faces one part of the backyard, the pool, and the other side does not. And so one side that faces the pool is where my stand-up desk is with all my video equipment and all that. And then directly across the other side, and it's a decent sized room, is my desk where most of my supplies are. So I don't like having to leave a video and go in the middle of it across the other side of the room. So I really like to have doubles of things. So I've tried to set myself up where I had doubles. So I would love to have another one of those little mini trimmers. I am definitely going to have to clean my scissors after this. Okay, let's just trim all that stuff off. Now we'll go ahead and put this in place. I don't know, does it need a little piece right there? I kind of think it does, but I don't want to go overboard. So, get this on our basic black. This piece is 3 3/4 by 5. I think I trimmed it a little too much there. And it's on a piece of 4 by 5 3/4, no, 5 1/4 basic black. And then it's going on top of jade, just jade. Just jade is one of the colors. Technically, this is probably more of a Bermuda Bay color. But let's see. Thanks. I don't know, maybe that's not going to work all the way across there like that. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe I need to. That's what I'm going to do. So, you know, I said sometimes you don't know if it's going to work exactly or not of what's in your head. And that's not. So I'm improvising. Just going to take a piece of basic black and set it in the middle. And I'm just going to set it on there with glue. I hate to cover those up, but it just didn't look quite right. So, put this in the back. I'm going to cut that in half. I don't have my minis over here, so. You know, this is the way I craft. If it's not looking like it's working, then I just do something else. So you're watching me in my process. Okay, it needs these little dots, I think. So let's put a dot in there, at least one of them anyway. Maybe at least one of the larger ones right there in the center. I think it needs more than one. Yeah, I think 2 will do it. And then I think maybe I will just cut off. Okay. Put a couple dimensionals behind that. My fingernails are fun, thank you. I actually had pink on my pointer and my pinky, and I put them on the way to church the other day, and it just peeled off, and it's because it was older, and I guess it dried out a little bit too much, so I took it off of just my pinky and my pointer, and replaced it with that pretty color. I love color streets. Okay, that's kind of what I had in mind. I kind of wish I had put a piece down there, but I really like that. I like the stripes going across, and I like that you can see that paper there as well. Okay, so let me do the next one, and that will be the last one. Okay. Hopefully the light's not shining too brightly on my white hair and putting your eyes out. Okay, so you know I am big on card sketches, right? And I was kind of in a hurry, and things just didn't go yesterday the way I wanted them to go so that I could have this done ahead of time. So when I'm in a hurry, sometimes the creative juices don't just flow quite like they should. And so I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to look at a card sketch, and I'll do something from a card sketch. So I found this, and I went ahead and cut. It actually had the parameters, measurements, and all that stuff on it. So I went ahead and actually cut them out. And then I thought, oh, this is perfect. This one will be perfect for that. So I'm using a Coastal Cabana background, and I'm using these really, really pretty papers. Now, these are directional, so make sure that your butterflies are flying in the right direction and not doing nosedives. And I tweaked it a little bit because the way they had it, the dimensions that they had it, it was going straight on your card front. I'm a layerer. I like to layer, so I knew that I had to cut it down a little bit. All of the dimensions, everything will be on my website, so you'll be able to find all that there. Do I have black dimensionals, Kim? No, I don't. I need to get me some of those. That would have been perfect behind that butterfly. Look how pretty those colors are, though. Okay. And it's not going to have a whole lot of your background showing, but it's cut so closely that it'll be just about the right amount all the way around when you get everything in place. Woo. And the person that I saw do it, they used different patterns. I almost did that, but I didn't like the color of the back side of that. It was more yellows, and I didn't think it would look good with this. So I just went ahead and used the back side of this, and I felt like it was perfect. Ooh. I keep catching it, nearly pulling it out of my hand. Okay, so we'll get this glued on here. You're a measurer? Yeah. I like to measure. I like to have things right. And I don't think I did it quite perfectly down here, but you know what? It's handmade, not Hallmark, right? Okay. Now, I said I was going to cut this out, and I didn't show you how to do that. So hold on one second. I will bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And I got to use the Big Daddy for this one because that is just a little too large for the baby one. So just going to put that there. And this actually fits perfectly right over that. So it gives you enough space that the antennas are in there, the bottom side are in there, all of that. And I like to put in, I don't have the magnetic platform for this one. So I stick it in, I stick my thumb on it and pinch it like a vise. And then I pull it through. Okay. I love these Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, how they fold up so easily. Okay, and look how easy that was to cut out all of those. Perfect, right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And you could even, if you wanted to, you could do something like this. And then on this one, you know, the texture, you could do white and put it over it, or you could do mint macaron over it and do that meshy, the cutout one for the top of it. Okay, let me put that off to the side. Bring this back in, and I'm going to put dimensionals on. Let's see, before I do that though, I think I will. That one's going to be too large. What do you think? I think that would look good. I think that would look good with it. Maybe that's what I should do. And I'm going to use, instead of using black, I'm going to use Coastal Cabana for this one. Do have to wash my stamp though. Oops. The back side of my table here is hollow. It's open. And it's so easily to just send things scattering. So I just dropped a punch. All right. Okay. Thanks. All right. We'll put dimensionals on the back of this. I think I'm going to do it to one side like that, and then put one right there in the back behind this little guy. I do have, let's see, what can I put there? Ooh, I know what. My pastel pearls. Ooh, that would be pretty with the pink one, right? Come on. Let's see. Kind of in a triangle, so maybe like that. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. Where do you get I get my card sketches from? I get them from Pinterest. And I'm going to show you another one in just a second. So this is that. And the great thing about card sketches is you don't necessarily have to do exactly what's in the center. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. So love this. I think that's so pretty. I really, really like this one too. I'm glad it turned out the way it did. I definitely needed to have that black square behind it. I still think I might have needed a little piece right there to anchor it, but then I don't know, maybe not. I really like it though. Love this one. This makes me think of something that you see in a picture, like a print in a bathroom or in somebody's house or waiting room or something. I like that one. I really like this one too with the black and the magenta madness. And you can kind of see the white chalky in there. It kind of gives it a little bit more dimension. Okay, so this is another one that I did, not on the live tonight. This is a card sketch that I did as well. And by the way, I don't get all of them from Pinterest. Some of them I make up myself. This one was not one of those I made up. But anyway, you can see there's a heart here. And the thing about card sketches is they don't have to be exactly the same. You can put your panel that goes across here, make it higher, lower, thinner. It doesn't necessarily have to be as wide. So for this one, I put this piece here. This is the Label Me. I can't remember which one it is, if it's Fancy or Lovely. And then this is the Story Time. And these are dies that are in that die set for the butterfly. So I really like the way this one turned out. But see, you could use a square or a circle or whatever that is. You know, lots of different options with it. Okay, that is it for tonight. Let me put you back up where I can see you. Hopefully that did it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I loved having you here. I love your comments. I love being able to communicate back and forth. If you want to know more about the Butterfly Brilliance, if you're not already a demonstrator and you would like to order it, let me know. I would love to help you with that. This will actually be on my website with the dimensions and everything on Friday. No, Thursday, on Thursday. So that'll give me tomorrow to get all of it written up. I have tomorrow's already planned out. Come and join me this Friday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And I think I'm going to be using the Blossoms in Bloom, but I'm not quite sure yet. But come check it out. I'd love to hang out with you then on my YouTube channel. So you guys have any questions, let me know. Love the hot pink one and the last one. Yeah, thank you. I was not very fond of Magenta Madness when I first saw it. I'm not a pink kind of girl. if I am a pink girl, I like more of the pastel, or I like Flirty Flamingo and Blushing Bright. I like those two. This was a little too pink for me. But with black and with blue, it pairs up really nicely. I don't know if you saw my Facebook, or no, my YouTube live on Friday, this past Friday. I did the posy. I can't remember the name of it now. The posies, gorgeous posies, and I did like a stamping background. And the one that I stamped during my live, it was more fall colors, but the one that I showed on my website with it had Magenta Madness. Really pretty. And it's actually kind of making me like it. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a great night. See you Friday or next Tuesday. Bye.